Guys, remember how I said that I was a recovering people pleaser? Yep. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I hope you like us enough to stay, and if you are a returning viewer, I love you so much and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. It's November already. Do you realize how time flies? I'm not gonna lie, this year didn't go by like in a blink of an eye, but also I felt every moment of this year, I'm not gonna lie. And one thing about this year, it wasn't difficult, it wasn't, it was just weird. And the thing is, the weirdness was just balancing out, because it was like good weird, and then there's like weird. You get it was weird, man. And I think for me, speaking I mean, I'd be lying if I said that lo nyaka ubunzima. I think it was more challenging for me emotionally and psychologically. Financially, here and there, because obviously sometimes we get a little irresponsible with money, but nothing a little budgeting conflicts. And guys, yeah, sometimes you can't even budget because incane yona imali ubudgeta kanjani imali encane, but that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day, okay? But yeah, like I was reflecting a few days ago, and even today, on this year, and I can't complain. There's nothing to complain about on my side. Because for me, Jobang, as I'd mentioned, is that the most challenging parts for me were more emotional and psychological. And nakoloko kunzima, but I'll take that, and yeah. Next month is December, and then after that, it's a completely new year. Yeah, and after that, it's a completely new year, and I'm already planning for unyaka esiyongena kuwo. But anyway, I'm super grateful, man, for 2024. Like, it wasn't too bad, and a lot of things isn't tegile. I think for me, it was more just growth towards myself and doing things, planning things, and following through with the plans. That was huge for me. In fact, even starting this YouTube channel, and also just I realized a few days ago that my channel is a month old, and I'm super proud of myself for that, because I followed through, and I'm still at it. So that's an added bonus, I think, in my books. 2024, maybe it owes me smallingana. It doesn't owe me. It owes me smallingana, because there are some things that I'm still praying about before the year ends, and by God's grace, hopefully I'm able to achieve those things. Yeah, but anyway, guys, remember how I said that I was a recovering people pleaser? Yep. Let's talk about that, actually, because I realized that being a people pleaser comes with being a pushover. And the reason why I was a pushover was because I didn't have boundaries. I'm not that person anymore. This is like old Annie, current Annie, boundaries up to the sky, but have you guys realized how if you don't have boundaries, number one, you become a pushover, but number two, everyone around you is happy because they can step on your toes and Nothing can be done about it. They overstep. They're just doing too much, man. They're doing too much, and you get used a lot if you don't have boundaries, and you find yourself in spaces that you wouldn't even, you question them, and life changes the minute you install boundaries in your life, because all of a sudden, how dare she develops or gets boundaries. Now we can't take advantage of her, really? Yep. I'm not gonna lie, boundaries really have saved me from so many odd situations, and I've realized also that my circle is small because of my boundaries. People are so entitled. People are entitled, and the minute you say no, and the minute you reciprocate energy, or the minute you stand up for yourself, all of a sudden you're the bad guy. Excuse me? Nothing infuriates me like people who have victim mentality, and then at the same time they're entitled. Ganjan, my love, Ganjan. Make it make sense. It doesn't, right? So boundaries will save you from a lot of things. They've saved me. There are times where I'm just like, I miss a certain person, and then you just remember, actually, this person was in my life to use me, and people can use you in different ways. It's never just, or it's not only just financially. No, babes, it's never just for the financial gains. And for me, I don't want to speak on them because then I would have to also name and share. And I love telling the story, but sometimes they're just not worth it. Once you've moved past them, then you just gotta let it go, But yeah, I think Indian Sizilimina from actually stopping or just to be a people pleaser was having boundaries. And I think for me, developing boundaries really saved me from being a people pleaser, because at that point I was able to speak up for myself, and I was able to say no. That's another thing I struggled with. I struggled with saying no to people. Like, I just couldn't say angfun. I thought there was something wrong with that, Again, people pleaser. But as soon as I was able to say those things and stand up for myself, then I was like, oh, okay, actually, it's not that bad. It's nice this side, Let me tell you something. If you are a praying person, you know that one prayer that works like that. That prayer will save you. It's not only just for romantic relationships. If you just say, God, if this person is not for me, please remove them from my life. Sana, it works for friendships too. So I say that prayer a lot, especially like if it's like a new person coming into my life, and I'm just getting weird vibes. I say that prayer, and then we'll see, because people will come into your life with ill intentions, and unfortunately for some of us, and that is our biggest downfall, and I've realized that there's no manual. And if you think karma is gonna get them, hey, karma is not your family mother, it's not your grandmother, okay? Sometimes karma just doesn't work, it doesn't. People will walk all over you, they'll use you, and they'll still be living a good life after, so it's up to you to actually stand up for yourself. I had to learn that the hard way. And let me tell you something, growing up in an only child setting, when I think I was doing second year, but at least I can speak up for myself. I still struggle, but I will speak up for myself, you know, even if it takes me 3 months to bring up something that you did 3 months ago. It will come up. It will come up. I will tell you, hey, I didn't like the way you moved back then. You know, let's talk about it. And if you dismiss it, I cut you out of my life. That's it. I think one thing that I have really learned this year and gained is the understanding of, I'm not afraid to lose you. I'm not afraid to cut people out of my life. I'm not afraid to lose people. Because this is my life, you know. It's starting, you know. And I had to learn that. It's something you learn and you have to practice each day until you actually believe it, you know. And look, man, if you are struggling with being a pushover or being a people pleaser, trust me, start practicing setting boundaries. You will get it though. As time progresses, you'll get it and then you'll be fine, you know. Anyway, if you've stayed this long, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Mwah.